Yo, guys. Welcome. How's it going? Hope everybody's good. Welcome back to another stream. How is everyone doing? Good to see everyone here. Like I say, guys, if you're just tuning in now, let's see who's here. Welcome. Let's turn this down a little bit. Get that going. Raul, how's it going, bro? Welcome. Diaz, how's it going, mate? Good to see you here, guys. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, let's see who's here. Yo, Charlie, how's it going, bro? Welcome. Yeah, let me just try the new Nightbot to see if it's working. Let me just try it. Takes a little... See if it works. Yo, Natalie, how's it going? Yeah, Nightbot's working, guys. So you can put in, like... Look at that. If you put in Telegram, there's the free Telegram. If you put in mentorship... There's the mentorship. If you put in Instagram, it brings up my Instagram. It's got everything. That's sick. Yeah, I just set that up now. I was just making sure that it was working. Sweet. Have a play around with it if you want. Have a play around with it. Natalie, how's it going? Charlie, welcome, bro. Yeah, welcome, guys. Welcome. Hope everyone's good. I'll start the stream in a sec, guys. I was just double checking this was working. Thukal, how's it going, bro? Welcome. How has anyone traded today, guys? Has anyone taken any positions so far today? Has anyone taken much? But looking at the news today, there's nothing. Like, even if you look at any sort of news, like, we'll look at all of the news. If we look at all of the news, there's literally just one yellow folder that's come out. There's no news today at all. Yo, Owen, how's it going? Yo, Saf, welcome, bro. Good to see you here. Welcome. I also invested into a stand-up desk. I was getting backache, and I had a look on the internet, and they recommended a standing desk. So yeah, I'm on the standing desk today. I'm gonna switch between them depending on how I feel, but I'm trying it out today. But I like the vibe. I like the vibe of, you know, being stood up. I think it's it'll make me stream for longer. I think it'll make me stream for longer. But yeah, no news today, guys, at all. Zero news. Even this news here, this yellow folder news, it's gone. There's literally nothing. So, like I say, pure price action today, guys. Straight onto gold here. I'm gonna delete gold analysis. Like I say, I'm going to delete NASDAQ analysis too. There isn't anything on NASDAQ. But like I say, there's nothing shaping up. 1 second. Let me leave this. There's nothing shaping up as of yet on NASDAQ. NASDAQ's just a waiting game. If anything, it's going to be gold. Okay. Yes, one, and it was a loss. Natalie, did you take that long this morning on the 30-minute breakout? For me, it just, the half risk, sorry, here. For me, you want to be going break even on this. If you're taking a half risk entry here, you want to be going break even on this. At least. Yeah, at least. Yo, MySpace, how's it going? Welcome. Yes, gold on a sell long. Nice. EuroJ. Yeah, we'll have a look at EJ as well, bro. We'll have a look at EJ. Took a buy with the half quantity and managed to get 35 ticks. Nice. Beautiful. What I'll do, guys, is I'll break gold down now, what I'm seeing, and then we'll get into any questions. If you've got any questions, just feel free to put it in. I won't look at questions now until then. If you've got any that you want me to answer after the analysis, drop them in the comments and I will get to them. Okay, so quickly, let's have a quick look at the weekly time frame on gold. New week. You know, we're coming to the end of the month as well. If you look at the daily time frame quickly, you know, we're on the 28th. We've got like 2 or 3 days left. And the month is up. But looking at this week, look at the week. What has this weekly time frame done? It's closed very well, it's not very bearish, but it's closed bearish. Okay, it's closed bearish, respecting this sort of structure here. Can you see this sort of level that it's respecting? Okay, so something that I'm interested in is, could this weekly time frame just be the top wick for price to continue down? Okay. Sorry, let me just start Get that out of the way. Yeah, so look at the weekly time frame here. The weekly time frame pushed up, failed to accept buyers into the market. The volume failed, and it respected this level at 33.64. So anybody buying above this level has been liquidated because price has pushed down. Okay, so something I'm interested in is, can we hold below this level? And could this green sort of candle that we're seeing here on the weekly to open, could this be, could this be just the top wick for price to push down further? Potentially. This green candle could just be a wick for price to continue down and take out more lows. So, am I open to sells? Of course I'm open to sells. Price, the weekly candle's telling me that we could pull back, start pulling back on gold a little bit further. However, I'm not just going to start selling. No, it doesn't make sense. I'm going to wait for breaks below structure. I'm going to wait for breaks below levels. Then I'll look to sell. However, I'm still open to buys as well. I'm not just one-sided. I'm looking for buys as well, okay? So, let's just drop onto the 30 now. 30-minute on gold. The London session, like I say, I don't know if it's because there's literally no news, or last week because of the volume was like very high last week, but we've opened up on Monday and we've not done anything. There's maybe been like 2 potential opportunities to get a win. There was a half risk long here and a half risk sell here, which was clean to the strategy. Most of the community members caught these sells here. Not all of them, but a few who were trading like the pre-London session. They caught these sells here, which was super, super clean. Okay, so, if you did catch them sells, that's probably the cleanest move to the strategy that we've seen today. Other than that, it's been choppy. Look at that. Look at the wicks. Okay, what tells me that there's low volume in the market? Small bodies, big wicks. Small bodies and big wicks equals choppy price action and sideways price action in the market. Okay, look at this. Small body, small body, small body. Look at the wicks. Big wick, big wick, big wick. Even this here. Look, small body, big wick. Big bodies, small wicks means that there's a lot of volume. The candles will tell you everything that you need to know. This is why pure price action is key. Big bodies, long bodies, there's a lot of volume in that direction. Small bodies, big wicks at either side, low volume, choppy price action. Okay? So, for me, what I'm going to be waiting for is I just want to get gold outside of this range. Recent resistance here, recent support here. Once I get a break out of this sort of structure here, where we've been chopping, get out of this chop, I'll be looking to trade into targets above and below. Okay, so if I get them closures above, like I say, I'll look to take gold into some highs like so. And if I get them breaks back above, like breaks back below, I'll be looking to take out some of these lows to the downside on gold, okay? So for me, like I say, I'm going to be watching this 15 closure in 13 minutes. If I can get that closure below, I'm going to take some sells. I really do like sells on gold. Based off that weekly, based off this prior 4-hour close. Look at the 4-hourly closure. The 4-hour closure closed 3 hours ago. Still haven't had to push down yet. But look how it closed. It took liquidity of the prior candle and closed bearish. Okay, that's enough for me now to say, okay, if this 15 can close below this structure, this level at 33.35, I'm going to look for the sells down. Okay, that's the analysis. Simple as it needs to be. No overanalyzed charts here. Simple price action. Now all I'm waiting for is that closure, okay? Owen, what do you think of NAS longs? Nah, there's nothing here on NAS, bro. NAS has just filled this gap. There's no targets. There's literally nothing. There's nothing to indicate that NAS wants to do anything just yet. What I'd be looking for on NAS is this. Pullback and range. If it gave me a pullback and range up here, then look what I've got below and above. Below I've got targets, above I've got targets. I'd like for NAS to pull back, but right now nothing, okay? Gold's in a better position to look for trades. Gold's in more of a tradable area. If the 15 can close back above this sort of chop, I'm going to be looking for buys. Okay, I'm open to both sides as mentioned in the market update. Alright guys. Rob, I ran $508 profit on shorts, NASDAQ this morning. Getting close to passing my 50k. Rob, great stuff, bro. Yeah, nice work, man. Can't go wrong with that. Beautiful. Great work. Who you with, mate? Are you with top? One sec. Are you with Top Step? Yeah, 50k Top Step. Nice. Can't complain. Good stuff. Yo, Ashton, how's it going, man? How's it going? Yeah, welcome, guys. Don't we have trendline liquidity under? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We've got some trend. Like I say, I don't really mark out trendline liquidity because it can get messy. I just find out where it is like this. You know, you've got some trendline liquidity here, and I just mark out the lows in the lows and highs in the market. So you can see that under this trend line, there's plenty of lows to the downside. So yeah, I understand that there's trend line liquidity here. If I close below, I'm going to target that. All right, Matt. All right, Natalie. MySpace, CA. I don't trade many FX pairs like cross pairs. I just trade gold and NASDAQ. But they all, like I say, we can have a look at GJ really quickly. I'll have a look at GJ, see what GJ is doing. Oh, look at that breakout there. So we had this range on the 30. Last time look at that breakout there. Beautiful. That was some nice buys there. Like I said, I don't know how it flipped and stuff, but there's some nice buys on GJ to the plan this morning. 9 o'clock. Not bad. Yeah, nothing on GJ for me just yet here, though. Look at it. Huge 30-minute hourly range. GJ is just in a sideways, like, horrible price action there. That's not the best, that. I would be liking to get involved in that. Gold's much better. You know, gold's not had a super long range. It's in a range, but it's not super long. I think once it breaks out of this, I'm good to go. So I'm happy to just wait for the breakout. Yo, Naz, how's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Yeah, welcome. A lot of red news this week. Yeah, we've got some red news this week, but today we're clear, which is good. We have got, it is a big news week, but for today, and you know, for most of tomorrow, we are clear. But after that, it's like a bloodbath. Look at it. Red, 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 red. Yeah, it's not the best. But we'll see. Like I say, it's been patience has paid today with it being super choppy. It's just a matter of time to get this breakout until I get my position. Yeah, one sec, guys. Give us 30 seconds. Yo, right, we're back. Have a look at Euro JPY. I'm thinking, oh, how come you don't trade GJ if it's kind of doing the same price action? It's because I just don't need to, mate. I don't need to trade, you know, 3-4 pairs because I get enough opportunity on gold and NASDAQ to make enough money. You know, in trading, you need to understand that less is more. You know, 95% of the time, less is more. You know, and if less is more, you know, adding pairs can actually decrease profitability because, you know, being focused on too many pairs at once, not mastering a couple and not sticking to a couple can actually decrease that actual profitability. So for me, 1 to 2 pairs is fine. 1 to 2 trades per day is fine. And I'm happy to just stick to that because I get enough profit on them. And it's manageable as well. Like I say, it's manageable to the strategy. You know, 1 to 2 hours in each session, 1 to 2 pairs, 1 to 2 trades a day. That's kind of sort of the sweet spot, you know, for most people. Have a look at Euro JPY. Yeah, let's have a look. Euro JP. Like, I used to trade like 15 pairs. Like 3 years ago, I used to trade like 15 pairs, 2 liquidity and levels concepts. Obviously a little bit different, but you know, when I started making it 1 to 2 pairs, it was a lot easier and the profitability actually increased. Euro JPY quickly for MySpace. What I would say, mate, is that you've got a double bottom here. You've got a double bottom here on Euro JPY. I'd be interested to see if you can catch some confirmation down into this double bottom. Okay, I'd be interested to see if I can take some shorts to take out this double bottom. Yeah, just because of how bearish we are right now, Like, look at that. That's a beautiful trade. Is that the 15? Is that a 15 entry? Look at that. So this is what I mean. The concepts work on all pairs. You know, you've got some confirmation there. That would have been a very nice trade. You've confirmed up here. All the way down. Super, super nice trade. And I don't even trade EJ. This is just me looking at it quickly. I would be not doing anything. I would only be looking for shorts into this double bottom. Once it took this double bottom, I'd be interested to see if it would reverse. Yeah, I'd be looking for something like that. But other than that, it's all the same. All the concepts are the same on every pair that I trade. Nothing really changes. Do you trade price action? Yeah, mate. Just pure price action. Levels and liquidity. Levels and liquidity, really. Levels and targets. So basically, I trade breakouts into targets. Nothing super complicated. Because, like I say, it doesn't need to be complicated. You know, trading doesn't have to be 15 confluences. It doesn't have to take 3 to 4 years to perfect like me. Yeah, it takes time to get the psychology and stuff. But having a strategy shouldn't be the hardest part. Finding a strategy that's simple enough shouldn't be the hardest part. Mastering the psychology should be, you know, the bit that most attention goes into. But you can't master psychology when you're trying to trade 15 confluences. You know, you just don't know what you're looking for. That makes sense. Up $700 today. Would you leave it for the day? If I was up $700 and I took 1 to 2 trades, yeah. I've not taken any positions today. But if I did to my plan and I took, say, 2 trades, 1 break even, 1 win, $700, I'd be done, yeah. Yeah, I'd be done. But I haven't taken any positions, so am I likely to take something in the US session? Potentially. Guys, if you're new to the stream and you haven't dropped a follow yet, make sure you drop a subscribe. Make sure to drop a like. Let's crush the like button. And if you, like I said, drop a comment. Say hi. Plenty of leverage. I'm riding. Oh, nice. MySpace. Yeah, like I said, I don't trade EJ. So, if it's to your plan, mate, perfect. Just joined. What's your bias on gold? Bias on gold is I'm just waiting for this closure here in 3 minutes. I'm not really doing anything. I haven't really got a bias until I break out. If I break to the downside, I'd be looking for sells. I could break out soon. So I've got 3 minutes here. If this breaks to the downside, I'm going to be looking to take some sells. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be looking to take some sells. Because we've just taken them highs, I think, too. If that's... Yeah, we have. We've taken these highs to the left. So I'll see how we break out and open. Yo, Fazil, how's it going, mate? Welcome, welcome, guys. Yeah, everybody, welcome to the stream. Yeah, 15's looking interesting here. Yeah, NASDAQ's doing nothing. Don't worry about NASDAQ. Owlie's got quite a while on it as well. Yeah, this could be nice. This could be nice. Like I've already mentioned, the 4-hour close bearish. So there's nothing to say that we can't continue pushing down on the next 4 hour with the daily sort of flip as well. So yeah, 15 looks good to push down. 4 hourly does. I just need to wait for the closure. Just need to wait for the closure. Thing is, I don't really want to get faked out, but I think that these laws can get taken. Yeah, I think these laws can get taken beforehand. Guys, let me just pause the stream really quickly so I can get my project X up. Give us 30 seconds. It'll say starting soon. Just hang fire for 30 seconds. I am still here. Just whilst I get my project X up, you see. Just so I need to sign into my project X and then you'll be able to see the screen. Just give us 30 seconds. Right, nice one. Right, let me unpause this. If it'll... Yeah, there we go. We are back on. It's just because if I'm going to execute something, it's going to be on here, so you can see everything. But like I say, I'm going to analyze on this chart. Need that breakout. 1 minute to the breakout. When it's close past 33, 35. Yeah, I want a closure below here, effective, really. The stronger the better, really. The stronger the better, really. Like I said, I think this 15 can continue pushing down. I need that top wick, and then I'll look for the sells. Yeah, decent little top wick. I'll look to sell gold. Am I trade? Oh, 30, already in sales from 33, 37. Nice, nice. Yeah, MySpace, good little sell up there, man. There was nothing for me up there, but if it's to your plan, perfect. Am I trading top one and top step? Yeah, I'm trading both, mate. I'm trading both. But mainly I'm on the top ones now. Yeah, I've got 450k here on top one. Guys, if you want a top one account, just put in exclamation mark top one in the chat. Like that, and it'll come up with the link. It should do anyway. Like that. It'll come up with a link. The bot will come up with the link. Okay, so let's have a look at this. I need a top wick. If it top wicks and gives me a flip, I'll look to enter. But really, I'm looking for shorts. Yeah, I'm looking to try and take some shorts on gold here. Bit of a tough one. If it doesn't flip down, I'll just wait for the 30-minute, because the 30-minute's still valid. Yeah, look at that. That's like, what do I do? Yeah, that was a nice closure. Liquidity got taken. You can see the liquidity that got taken up here. And now it's just flying down. The levels are playing out perfectly today, though. The levels are playing out really nice today. Asia lows at 33, 32. Yeah, they've just been taken. Targets for me would be down here where this trend line is. You know, I'd be managing there, though, for sure, if it got me in. Not the biggest ranges, but still a valid entry. Nice, didn't enter. Yeah, me too. I'm just marking it up based off the analysis that I gave on YouTube today. Based off what I gave at the start. I'm looking for sells on breaks below this level. Brought below, but, I mean, straight down. Yeah, Paul, how's it going, mate? Welcome, bro. I'm probably just going to wait for the 30 closure. 30 closure, then sells down. Yeah. It's giving me the direction of sells, though, is gold now, which is good. It's actually giving me some sort of sense of direction. It's telling me where it wants to go, which is good. But them sells were not bad. If it gave me a top wick. Nice to see the concepts playing out. Yeah, it is. It's good to stay out of choppy price action too. I mean, so many retail traders would have been chopped about and they would have blown like 15 accounts in here. I'm waiting for the closure here. Once I wait for the closure, I'm looking for the breakout, and look at that. Got the breakout, push down. If it gave an entry. Only taking entry on the 30, the 15 has lower win rate. No, the 15 for me is nice. The 15-minute time frame is nice for me. I like both the 15 and 30. If it might be for you, but for me it's the same. You know, the win rate on the 15 and 30 for me is just the same. Yo guys, cheers for the likes as well. Look at that, almost 20 likes already. Appreciate you all. But if you test your strategy and you see that, oh, the 30 is higher win rate for me, then perfect. But for me, it's the same, like 70%. What's the... Yeah, look at the futures. The futures went into that first management area. Not bad. You had like a 20-tick win on futures, to be fair. But not super clean. The thing is as well, like, I'm open to sells now, but if this 15 gets back above, I'll look for buys. Like, I can be open to both sides very quickly. That's why it's super key to be open as much as possible to both sides of the market. You know, 1 minute I can be looking for the sells, break back above, I can be looking for the buys. So if this 15 can get back above this range here, I'm going to look for buys, okay? Into all these sort of liquidity highs that have been held. Also trendline liquidity, look. Some good liquidity up there for me to take. Just need that break above now. Guys, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the stand-up desk? Or do you prefer me sat down? Tell me. I got this desk the other day. I saw it online. They said it's good for when you're streaming for like 2 to 3 hours. Entered and got stopped out. Yeah, it was too fast. It was way too fast. And Natalie, you need to be managing at these laws anyway. Look, even if you did enter here, as soon as price comes into these laws and these laws, that's your management point to manage the trade. You know, you don't want to be managing the position. You don't want to be not managing the position at a management point. You know, ask yourself, if I enter here, where do I need to manage? I need to manage here regardless. So if you're getting stopped out after getting executed into the trade, well, that's just poor management. And like I said, I'm not saying it to sound like a... I'm just saying that it is poor management. You know, if you're not managing where you need to be, it's just poor management. Stand up. I also have a stand up desk. Yeah, stand up. I like it. I like it. I've been using it today. I like it. Yeah, it's good. What have we got here? Yeah, 15 can close back above this level. I'll look for half risk buys. That'll be the 30 closure as well. So not too bad. To be fair though, I've got both desks now. So I've got like my one setup that I can just do my zooms for the members on, sat down. And then for the streams when I'm stood up for like 2 hours, I can just stand up for 2 hours. It's not bad. I don't mind it. But like I say, 30-minute closure is going to tell me everything, really. You know, 30-minute close is bearish, then I'll look for sells. Back above, I'll look for buys. All you need is a treadmill to get your steps in. Yeah. I've seen them. Like, when I were ordering this desk, there were people actually on treadmills, like, showing the crack and, like, what were happening. But, yeah, the main reason I got this was because some people were saying they're good online when I was researching. And it's only, like I say, it's only for a couple of hours a day, innit? It's not bad. The rest of it can be sat down. 4 hourly's playing out, like we said, at the start of the stream. Bearish closure, rejecting this sort of structure. I think it can push down and take some lows. 30-minute closure is key here for me. 30-minute closure, strong bearish closure, I'm going to be looking for sells. 30-minute coming into structure, it is, but see how bearish it closes. See how bearish it closes. Let's have a look at GC here. Where's the structure here? See, the structure for me is like here on GC. And then for buys, it'll probably be back above here. Not a bad little range there now on gold. Coming into this structure. Something like that. Yeah, I don't mind that. If it closes more bearish, then I'll be open to the sells. Yeah, if this 15, like I say, like we've just mentioned, we're coming into more structure here on the 30. If it can get below here, I'll be looking for sells. Okay? Back above here, I'll be looking for buys. Impulse buys. It's like a 15-30 minute time frame. Yeah, it's like a 15/30 entry and range. There's liquidity. The thing is as well, there's liquidity at both sides to take, so I'm open to both sides. That's the key with the strategy. It's simple, but I'm open and exposed to both sides. Yeah, 1 minute I can be looking for sells, the next minute I can be looking for buys. Yeah, guys, thanks for the likes. Appreciate you all. Nice one. Yeah, this 30 is key. What's the... Owlie's got 35 minutes left on it. It needs to get below here, though. I need a stronger closure below this structure. You know, it's coming into it on the futures as well. So I'll see how strong it closes, okay? Yeah, I've moved my level lower. The management point level. Yeah, good. Yeah, this structure's quite clear, look. It's got a little bit of support here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a closure below anyway. And then I think it could just sell off gold. The momentum's there for it just to sell off. 4 hourly's bearish. Daily's gonna flip bearish. Hourly's pushing bearish. Yeah. It just needs to clear this structure, really. Joe, I'm good with this strat now. What do you think? Yeah, man. You're definitely picking it up, for sure. Definitely picking it up. A lot better. A lot better, man. But that's good to see. It's very, very good to see, man. You know, like a lot of people have quit before you. You know, a lot of people have quit. You know, you need to understand that you know, it's not about trying it for a month. You're not going to understand it in a month. It's a simple strategy, but if you're new to trading, you're not going to understand it in a couple of weeks. You just got to stick with it and you'll understand it over time and you'll get profitable over time. Okay? It was the same with me. I was unprofitable for like 3 years. It's just perfect execution and like sticking to the plan. 100%, man. That's literally it. 100%. We're coming into that structure on futures. We're coming into that structure on futures now. Yeah, 3 minutes here. 3 minutes and I'm going to be looking for some sells on gold into these lows, okay? Look at this. Like I mentioned at the start, daily could flip bearish. Look what it's doing. 4 hourly could flip bearish. Look what it's doing. Hourly's pushing bearish. So this is nice. 15 and 30 is looking nice. I like it. Yeah, these will be the first lows to take out for me. Down here. Yo, Cash, how's it going, bro? Welcome to the stream, mate. Good to see you. 3 months with my strat. Yeah, 3 months is about a good time to learn it. You're at that stage now, mate, where you just, you know, then final little tweaks. And you'll, like I say, nothing's guaranteed because I don't know if you're going to stick to the plan. But I know once you understand the plan and you start sticking to it, you will probably start seeing consistency. You know, people will always say to me, Joe, how long does it take to learn your playbook? I say it can take a couple of months to pick it up. But if you stick to the plan, you know, you're going to see the results that it plays out. You know, I can't guarantee that I can't sit next to you in your office and force you to stick to the plan. You know, I can give you the playbook, I can give you the tools, but you know, I can't force you to take trades, and that's where I say, you know, it's up to you. Everything's there. Everything in the community, everything's there. It's whether you want it or not, you know? It's whether you know, at the weekend, what are you doing? You know, if you've got a couple of hours, are you studying or are you watching TikTok? Because, you know, me 3 years ago was studying. I was watching videos. I was looking for ways to get out of the 9 to 5, you know? Okay, 15-minute wicking a little bit here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it closes like this. I can just wait for the hourly. Waiting for the 30, me too. It's got a minute left. It's got a minute left. Yeah, it's got a minute left here. It's at this level, though. It's at this level, so... I'm sticking to the plan, I'll tell you that, man. Yeah, 100%, bro. Good stuff. If you're sticking to the plan, then you're putting yourself in the best position. Because you need to understand, everyone, like, I'm the proof that the plan works. That's the proof that you need. You know, the payouts are there, the consistency's there, the course is there, the trade breakdown's there. Everything's there for you to understand that it works. The rest of it's just you learning it and executing it. Okay? Okay, I'm just going to let this candle form a little bit. It's not closed super... It's not closed super bearish. But... Did it close as a grab? No, it didn't. This could be a risky sell. It could be a risky sell, but it has got wick fill down here. Not the strongest closure, but it has got wick fill. So I'm gonna put an order in a minute for sells. I'm gonna put a... Well, if it doesn't go without me. If it can make another top wick, I'll put a sell in. If it goes without me, that's just unlucky. But yeah, I'm going to be looking for sells into wick fill. Something like this. If it can push bullish again, then I'll put the order in. I can't execute here. Ah, bugger. Gold, you bugger. I just wanted to be able to get an entry on this. what a bugger gold is. Anyway, the plan was sort of shown there, guys, of me telling you what I were gonna do. You knew I were gonna look for sells on the closure. It just flipped. I was gonna put the order in, it just flipped too quick. Ah. Took it on Wickfield. Cash, nice one, bro. Like I say, if you understand... Guys, if you're in the mentorship, you would have taken this. It would just... As I was putting my order in, it flipped, so I couldn't put the order in on here. I wanted my entry here, basically. And it was below my entry. So, yeah, W, but... Not an executed W. Is your strategy free to learn? No, it's not, mate. It's, you'll have to join the mentorship. I'll put mentorship in here. It's very cheap, though, for what you get. Very, very valuable. Very, very cheap. So, like I said, I've just put the mentorship in there. And you'll be able to join the Discord community. There's the link. Made 46, bro. Majid, legend. Out with Wickfield. Yeah, guys, what is it the community members getting in without me? Good work, though. That's what it's all about. That's what mentorship's about, though. You learn the strategy, even though if I don't take it, you're there to execute. So it's not a W for me, but it's a W for members. It's a W for the YouTube. Out at Wickfield, legend Sahan. Yeah, that's the problem with me. I wanted to get the flip. But it executed. Can you see why I look at this chart, guys? Look, it's closed below on this chart, but it hasn't closed below on this chart. That's why. Oh, guys, Naz, Sarhan, Cash, Majid. Leave some for me. Yeah, fairly quick. Yeah, it was a beast for trade. Yeah, definitely break even. Definitely break even at Wickville. Partials taken at like 30 ticks. And just let the, like I say, I'd let the rest run into these laws now. Like I say, I'll break this one down, guys, because, you know, it was kind of an execution. It was just a bit different on this chart, which it is what it is. But you understood exactly what I'm looking for. All broken down, top down. Look, bearish 4 hourly, bearish hourly, 15 close below, flip down, target smashed at Wickfill. 5 could confirm. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, 5 could confirm as well. Not much to target, but 5 could confirm. Cheers for likes, guys. 20 likes. Crushed. Nice one, Legends. Yeah, rest would be break even anyway. How many ticks were that? We're like an easy, yeah, cheeky 23 ticks and dip. Cheeky pips taken and gone. Easy. Yeah, that'd be like a partials and break even anyway. Easy though. Easy 20 ticks there. 46. How much did everyone make, guys? Put it in the chat how much you made on this 15 sell. That's the cleanest entry all day, to be fair. Cleanest entry all day. Gold is very volatile, I feel. Yeah, it is, but that's good though. That's good volatility. We trade well with it, or I trade well with good volatility. You know, this for me is garbage price action. Like I mentioned in the market update, I like this price action here. Okay, I like this price action here. Because what happens in this price action, retail traders get trapped, retail traders get liquidated, I take partials. Okay? So look at this. Price pushed down. There was one entry here, one entry here. Retailer getting knocked out. Where are retail stops sitting? Well, retail are going long at this level. Stops below here. Stops below here. Stops below here. What's happened to their now? What's happened to their stop losses now? Their stop losses have been taken. My profit's been hit. That's the difference, okay? Volatility is good for me, but bad for retail because they're trapped on the wrong end of the market. When you understand where retail liquidity is sitting, where they're entering, and where I should be executing, then you're already like 90%, you know, you're already like 9 steps ahead or 10 steps ahead. 300 for cash, nice. David, 120. MySpace, $400. Legend. Got in at 37s. Good. Beautiful work. Beautiful work, guys. Yeah, it would have been break even, partials. You know, if you're still in, you've still got a chance to manage this, really. What's the 30 saying? Yeah, 30 could be a nice entry too. 30 wants to close bearish. I can look to set the 30. Tell you what though, not a bad start to the week for members. There's been like 3 trades today, 3 wins. You know, the ones that I've seen as valid, you know, you've got sells here, sells here, sells up here. Maybe some buys here that might have been like a break even or a small loss, but you know, 3 wins, 1 loss is very, very good. Guys, but back in a minute. I'm just going to go and get some more water, okay? Give us 30 seconds and I'll be back. If you're still in this trade, if you're still in the 15-minute entry, you know, you've got an area to manage here, okay? But give me 30 seconds and I'll be back. This isn't a bad thing, this. If this closes bearish, I can just take the next sell on the next 15. Or can I? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'll have to set the 30 closure. I'll have to set the 30 closure. I got an early entry, 33, 36, 33, 38. Yeah, you got in a nice entry up there, man. Too choppy up here to be looking for sells. You know. Now it's breaking below, I'm happy. I'm more happy to take sells. What's the 5 close like? Nah. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for this 15, maybe. Maybe get some entries off that, based off that. 15-30 closure. That was too quick for me. I normally get the big stop loss if I get a quick... Yeah, nice. Yeah, same for me as well, Phil, to be fair. Same for me. $525 profit, 3 to 5 partials taken. Great work, man. Great work. Yeah, it's a textbook trade. It is. It's a textbook 15-minute impulse. Target smashed. You didn't respond to my Insta? Yeah, I'll have a look at Insta DMs today, guys. I've got a few to go through. I haven't... Like I said, I had a weekend just of chilling and relaxing. You know, I've been a bit overworked. Not overworked, but you know, I've been getting through a lot, like members, mentorship courses, one-to-ones, sorting in-person mentorship days out. I just wanted a weekend just to chill, so I did. On Saturday, I didn't really do anything. Yesterday, I just... Saturday, I went to Manchester, did a little bit of shopping and stuff. Sunday I picked up a DJI camera, so I did that, set that up a little bit, so start using that tomorrow when I've finished setting it up tonight. And then, like I say, I've only just really got back to DMs like last night and today. So yeah, I'll get back to you at some point today, hopefully, mate. Just get it. My account's back, only taking trades from your stream. I mean, don't take my entries. These are all for educational purposes only. My entries are my entries, not for you to take. Yeah, but look at this. What a trade that is. Beautiful, beautiful 15-minute entry there. Guys, if you're not already, drop a subscribe on the channel, guys. If you're not already subscribed, let's crush the subscribe button and drop a like as well. Appreciate you all. Appreciate everyone for tuning in as well. Waiting for the clips. Yeah, like I say, I'll have a word with you after, mate. Like I say, I get a lot of people asking. I get a lot of people asking to edit videos for me. You know, every week at least. So, like I say, I'll send you some and just send them me and let me have a look. Sound, bro? Nothing wrong with that, mate. Like I say, I've got I'm going to be doing more like YouTube videos as well. So, I've got a camera for it. So it's definitely something I need. I need like a long-term editor, if that makes sense. Long-term editor. Like I don't know, like someone who can edit all my videos. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean. Look at that 15 retracement. That 23 ticks, insane. Let's have a look at NASDAQ. Ooh. NASDAQ's breaking out. NASDAQ is breaking out. Wait for the 15 to close, I'd say. 30 could push as well. There's not much to target. There isn't much to target on NASDAQ. Possibly maybe like a little half risk entry. Because there's not much to target. But it could still push. I'd probably say wait for the 15 to close. If it closes as a grab, then no. Yeah, like I think NASDAQ's got a good chance of pushing into this level now. Yeah, NASDAQ's got a good chance of pushing into this level. Especially with this 30. Look how the 30's forming. 30's forming nice as well. I wouldn't say there's a lot of clean areas to trade into, but into this sort of structure. If it's bottom wicks, I might have like a little... Let me have a look what gold 15's close like. Yeah, look at the 15. It closes a grab. I might take a little NASDAQ buy. MNQ, sorry. Just like a little bit of an interest trade. Just based off how this 30 is looking. Closed above the range. There's not much to target. I would like a deeper pullback, but it would be like 2 micros. It wouldn't be a trade that would even mean anything to my accounts. It would just be the fact that I think it could push higher. So this could, like I said, I'd need the bottom wick first. Let me just check the community chats really quickly. Is anything popping in there? Yeah, look at that. Ollie's taking it. $200 for Ollie there. Nice. I mean, I think NASDAQ can push up a little bit higher, but I'm just aware of it could be a potential fake out because there's not much to target above. Stop by 2 micros. It's pointless taking it. I'd rather just mark it up. 2 micros is nothing. You know, something like that into them highs. That's one thing to take away from this stream. If you want to get fakes out of the market, that's one thing to take away from the stream. Not having targets creates fake outs. You know, if you've got a range like this and you break out and you've got no targets to the left to trade into, like we do on NASDAQ right now, you know, look at NASDAQ. We've broke out at this level, but there's nothing to trade into above other than some structure, which it could definitely push into. Well, you're more likely to get faked out because there's nothing for price. There's no reason for price to push higher. Price is likely to take you in and then fake back in to take some lows. Okay. However, it could push higher. It could push higher. Okay. I'm just going to wait for this hourly for me to take some potential 30 minute sells. So in 12 minutes, I might be able to take some sells. 15 would have like probably tapped break even and pushed. Can you target the management point on NAS? Yeah, you could do, but it's just not super clean. There's no like clear highs and lows for me to trade into. You know, I like to have my first management point at clear targets, at clear areas to trade into. You know, look at gold. Look how clear these lows are. Lows, 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 lows. Look at the above. Highs, 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 highs. So clear. But, you know, look at NASDAQ. Like, there's nothing to long into. It's just like boring price action. And I don't want to prevent them fake outs. I don't want to take trades for the sake of it. I'd rather just wait for this 30 to close on gold and then take sells down into these clear lows. Okay? So if I can close bearish here in 10 minutes, I'll take some sells on gold. Let's have a look at the 5 minute. 5 minute could confirm as well. Aren't the wicks above the TP on NAS? Yeah, they are, but look how far what's the reason for NAS to push higher? You know, the actual high targets are all the way up here. You're coming into loads of structure before it. You know, if we had some highs like this, that'd be perfect. Then I'd buy into them highs. But other than these highs, there is none of these highs. There's just some structure above. Could NAS push into that? Of course it could. Don't get me wrong, it could definitely push higher. But it's not ready for me. It's not ready for me. Love that Joe. Streams are always full of gems. Legend. Cheers, Anton. Guys, as well, if you want anything, any information, let's say that you want to join the free Telegram, just put exclamation mark, Telegram. The free Telegram will come up. Okay. If you want to join, say, the Discord mentorship, just put exclamation mark, mentorship. And the bot should put them in the chat. Okay, so if you want anything, just put them in there. Yeah, it's pushing now. I was gonna put a buy stop in. I just weren't convinced with the targets. It's just not super clean. I understand that it's Monday. I understand there's a lot more trading to happen. I understand that there's more opportunities that is going to come. It's just a waiting game. Good afternoon, Joe. Looks like I missed gold. Yeah, them sell-off. That sell-off on the 15 was beautiful. The 15 sell-off here on the closure was very nice. A lot of the members caught these sells here. From looking at the Discord, it looks like a few caught these sells. If it wasn't here, they caught it up here. I haven't done a like. I've done a top 1. You can do exclamation mark top 1. That'll get you the discount, JTC discount. Joe, what's the update on the 50k funded giveaway? Oh yeah, 2 people have won the giveaway, guys. I've contacted them. They are. I put it in the free Telegram today as well. Who won it? The names, but the people who won it are called Colin and Luke. They both contacted me. I've contacted them, but for transparency, I'll put the giveaway winners in the free Telegram later today. Okay. And like I say, I didn't even pick it. The app that I went through. The reason I used the app that I went through because they pick it, so it's like I can't even do anything. It finished, they picked it, and I looked and I saw the winners. It's kind of easy though. It's easy. Oh, you've moved it to risk-free now, Rob. Nice. Perfect. Perfect. Zulu's loving the new night bot. I'm gonna make some more night bots as well. Some more commands. Yeah. Watching this hourly? Yeah, me too. I'm going to watch this hourly with you guys. If the hourly closes bearish in 7 minutes, I'm going to take some sells. Okay? Hourly closes bearish, I'll look to take some sells. Turned off notifications while working, so no FOMO. Good stuff, man. Nate, what hours do you work, bro? What hours do you work? You've got some good shifts, I think, for trading, haven't you? Like I say, it doesn't matter. If you work... I used to work from 7 in the morning till, like, 5 o'clock at night. And I still got profitable working a full-time job. So, it's just, like, setting alerts. You know, it's easy. You know, it's easy trading at work when you set alerts. You know, people just, you know, don't set alerts and they get... They think that it's impossible. It's not. Just set alerts. You know, I got like, before I quit my job, I got like 3 payouts. I got like 3 payouts. It's just about making stuff work for you. You know, I didn't trade at work every single hour. I set alerts, and then when I got home, I traded. So like, I had maybe an hour in the morning, an hour after work, and then I set alerts at work. So when something broke out my range, like here, I'd set the trade. Simple as that, really. You know, it's not difficult, really. You know, if you're busy at work, just set alerts. If you don't see it, so what? If you see it, take it. You know? Ollie, Joe, is NAS not interesting you? I was looking at some longs on NASDAQ, to be fair. I was looking at some longs on NAS. I'd be break even though. There's not much to manage at. That's the problem. The only management point's all the way up here. You know, is price likely to just push all this way without taking me out? No, it's not. I really do prefer gold in a minute. I prefer gold on this hourly. Yeah, gold on this hourly is what I prefer. Gear. Let's have a look. I'm self-employed. 45 hours a day normally with my daughter. Me, myself, B3. Oh, nice, Nate. Good. Yeah, if you're self-employed, nice. Get an Apple Watch and set alert. Oh, one sec. Got my daughter with me today, so went and did 3. Nice, Nate. Good stuff, man. Get an Apple Watch. That could be a game changer. Yeah, guys, it doesn't have to be an Apple Watch, I'm guessing. You can get something cheaper, but get something that just notifies you. I just use my phone. I just used to get notified on my phone, and I only had notifications on at work for TradingView. So nothing else, I didn't have to keep checking my phone when someone messaged me. It was only for TradingView. So I knew when I needed to be looking at the chart, if that makes sense. Yeah, I would like to try, like I say, I'm up on these accounts. I would like to try and get this over the line, but I'm in no rush. Just because, like I said, the start of the month, literally like 3 weeks ago, I took 4 payouts, or 4 weeks ago, I took 4 payouts on Top Step. So I've already had the payouts for this month anyway. So even if it's next month I get the payouts on these 2 to 3 accounts, then I'm happy with that. 2 to 3 payouts per month is fine. Yeah, I'm going to be looking for the hourly. Hourly closure is what I'm going to be looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. It is tough. The 30, sorry, Ashton, the 30. I'm going to be looking for the 30 entry. 30 closes bearish. It's only, liquidity grabs here. 1, 2, 3, it'll be the 4th. So, yeah, 30 minutes, fine. Got stopped out on NAS, but was at risk free anyway. Nice, Rob. Wickfield target, mate. Yeah, I'll just have these laws down here as targets. Yeah, Wicks down here as targets, mate. Yeah, there was nothing to aim for. Look at that. Perfect example. What you're trading into. Ask yourself, is it likely to push into these highs before taking me out? Not at all. It's likely to take the lows and then push. That's like with gold here. If I take sells on this 30-minute, is it likely to push down into these lows before pushing higher? Yes, it is. So that's why I'm happy to take sells in a minute. Well, in 2 minutes. If it sets up. Just that quick in and out. Quick in and out, be done for the day. Mondays, I like to get a quick in and out trade on Monday, to be fair. In and out, done. On to Tuesday. W's, yeah, W's in the chat. Cheers, Zulu, bro. Cheers, my guy. Mate, to be honest, I'm getting difficult for me to trade. Prepare for master exams. Yeah, like I said, there's always... Can I just say something to everyone as well? Can I just say something to everybody? There's always more time in the day. The amount of time that you waste doing other things. And yeah, you might think to yourself, oh, I'm so busy this, I'm so busy that. But there's still like, if you sleep... I always say to people, sleep's important, of course. But I always thought to myself, if I sleep 8 hours or 9 hours a day, I'll just sleep 6 and do 2 hours of learning to trade. Or if I'm on my phone for an hour after work or before bed, well, I'm just going to get off my phone and do more different work. There's always places you can squeeze more work into. It's just being open and honest to yourself of where you're wasting time. Okay? Like for me, I used to just be a scroller on TikTok. So I used to, well, not all day, but I mean for like 30 to 40 minutes per day. So I just don't, I don't even look at social media really. I post trading stuff, but that's it. I'll message people back, but other than that, I'm very rarely on social media. I never watch reels anymore. Not for like a year, 2 years. Isn't the 1 hour time frame liquidity wall? Yeah, the 30 is what I'm watching, Sarhammet. Look, 1, 2, 3, it'll be this one. But it's closed, shocking. Absolutely shocking. What are you doing to us, Goldie, today? Mondays are successful for me. Nice. Yeah, good work. I don't mind Mondays. Mondays have been good recently. Last two, well, touch wood, guys. Mondays have been decent. Yeah, like this month anyway. This month. Yeah, this top wick is what you have to survive anyway, but it's taken this liquidity, which I'm just not convinced about. 5 minute kind of confirmed as well. Tuesdays will be a challenge. Yeah, there's a lot of news tomorrow as well. Look at the news tomorrow. Where are we? You've got USD red news, and you've got a little bit of like planned news as well. 3 o'clock anyway. Have a look at phone view time analytics and what happens. Yeah, definitely, 100%, mate. I was wasting so much time. Well, not so much time. Maybe like an hour a day just scrolling. There's no point. I don't even look at... Like, people will send me reels and I don't even look at them. Like, my girlfriend sends me reels. And I think I haven't looked at them in, like, 2 months. Not that I'm being rude. I just don't... I don't want to waste time on them. Like, I'll look at them together, but... Like, friends send me stuff. I just don't look at them. I get trapped in that sort of scroll mode as well. You watch one and then you're there for like 2 hours and 2 hours is gone. It's easy done. It's easy done. Mate, 600 is good. I'd take that. Yeah, 100%. Rob, 600 for the day on a Monday is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to move this down here. This is a nice range. Is it a nice range on the 15 on futures as well? Just to back it up a little bit. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Look at that level on futures. Decent level on futures too. This is a decent range here. What is... Still a lot of potential on gold, you know. Still a lot of potential. Simple range here, though. Simple range here. Look. Can you see? What have we created here recently? We've rejected as support. Look at the left. Support, support, support. As simple as it needs to be. Simple as it needs to be. Okay? There's no need to overcomplicate that range. It's as clear as that. Uh, 30. Nice. Yeah. What are your expectations about gold? I think we're going to come and take these lows. I'm happy to take some sells on gold. I am. I really do want to take some sells on gold based off the 4 hour. The 4 hour, if you look at the 4 hourly, 4 hour close bearish. This is just the top wick on the 4 hourly to push further down. I want to take sells into these lows. I need to get below this structure though. Okay? I want to get below this structure to sell. I'm bad for scrolling. Yeah, like I say, guys, it's one of them. It's just to be fair, it's good when you're chilling out and stuff, but you can lose hours. You can literally lose hours. I'm on do not disturb a lot of the time though. I just do not disturb for like majority of the day. From like 7 o'clock to like 7 o'clock, 7 till 7, I'm on do not disturb. But I'll see messages if I want to. Thoughts on HS? I mean, funny guy. Probably not a trader. Well, definitely not a trader. But yeah, makes a lot of money. Makes a lot of money on signups. Put it that way. I don't really have an opinion, to be honest with you. Don't really have an opinion. If, like I say, if I've got opinions on a lot of people, there's no need for an opinion. Like, he's not a trader. It is as simple as that. Range forming on NAS. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. See, can you see the fake out, guys? Can you see how clear the fake out is? Look how good that is. Kept out of the longs, no longs. Price fakes out. Boom. But range is forming. You've got a decent. Let me just remove this. You've got range for buys above there, range for sells below there. NAS, there's just no targets on NAS. It's as simple as that. If this 15 can get below this level, I'll look for sells on gold. If this 15 can close below this structure at 33.27 here, this candle, I'm going to be looking for some impulse sells. Okay. You know, if you invert this, if you invert the chart wherever it's gone, where's it gone now? Where's the chart inversion gone? Is it? I think it's on here, isn't it? Invert scale. Look at that. Okay, if you're looking at this opposite, how much better does it look for buys? Can you see? We're taking these lows, just get above this level, I can look for buys. But if you look at it on sells, people don't see sells as better. I always personally see buys. Well, I don't now. I see them both the same. Keep it as simple as possible. But, you know, when I was learning to trade, I saw buys a lot better than sells. But look at this. Taking these lows, if we get back above here, I'll be looking for buys. Well, it'll be sells. Sells incoming? Yeah, sells incoming. Potentially. I need to get, like I said, I need to get back below 28s. Closure below 28s, I'll take some sells. The invert thing is just looking at the chart the other way. One sec. So, you know, if you're one of them who says, oh, I don't really see sells that good, well, just invert it. Just invert it and say to yourself, okay, would I look for buys here? Well, for me, I definitely would. Taking these lows, if I get back above this level, I'll look for buys. Well, it's just the same. Like I say, it can help. It doesn't really help me because I can see sells and buys both the same. But if you're, a lot of people can see buys better than sells. Or vice versa. Okay? But for me, it's the same. Cheers for the lights, guys. I appreciate you all. Nice one. Yeah, we've got 7 minutes, and then I can look for some sells potentially. Get a closure below this structure here. I'm gonna take some sells. One sec. Like I said, guys, does anybody see buys or sells differently? Or do you see them both exactly the same? Are you one of them to like say, oh, I see buys better. I see buys a lot cleaner all the time than sells? Or do you just see them the same? Because if you are, like I say, the inverted scale will help you. Like I say, I used to be a little bit. Now it's everything's exactly the same. If I see a buy, it's better. If I see a buy or a sell, they're both the same. But it can help you. That inverted scale. See them the same? Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. I think with more experience you do as well. Like when it's more mechanical, you do see them. When you're more like mechanical trader, you see them both the same. Is it a good strategy to rely on fundamentals? I'm more technical, mate, but you can. You can use fundamentals. Like, I know a lot of people who use, like... Well, I don't know a lot of people, but I know a few people who you know, base off fundamental news and like get in a position longer term. But I think fundamental news, if you want to be like consistently profitable with it, it needs to be more longer term. You know, more information about companies and stuff. Like options trading and stuff. But for me, I'm purely technical, bro. Purely technical. Like I say, I look at the news just to see if anything's in the way, but I trade technical. Zulu the same. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. I've had it a couple of times, you know, because guys, I've got, like I say, I've got a Discord mentorship. I've mentored hundreds and hundreds of people. You know, some people have that question, and that's the answer that I give them. Just invert it until you get used to it. You know, with time and with looking at the charts more, you'll start seeing buys and sells exactly the same. Bro, made 46 today. Should I take more trades? Majid, like I say, I can't sit there and turn off your screen. But what I will say is that for me personally, 1 to 2 trades, take the profit, I'm done. Learn to take profit. Learn to be happy with taking a win, okay? You know, be happy with profit, guys. Be happy with it. So yeah, three minutes here. If it closes bearish, I'll look for some sells. My brother is printing off a poster. Me shall each loss. Yeah, nice. Good stuff, man. Yeah, good. Like I said, people learn in different ways. For me, it was more just like executing and learning. Executing and stop doing the dumb stuff. Clean ranges on gold today, though. A lot cleaner than, you know, this morning. This morning wasn't super clean, but the ranges now are a lot cleaner. Just need this 15 to get below here. 15 can actually flip bearish and start pushing down. I'll look for some sells. It's a method mistake. Is it a psychology mistake? Definitely, Ashton, bro. Good stuff, man. You need to learn from every trade you take. Incredible patience today, Joe. Yeah, appreciate that, Ollie, man. Appreciate that. Like I say, guys, this is just normal for me. Sitting and being patient and looking at this here and not seeing any green or red because I haven't taken a trade. Well, that's just normal to me. If it's not there, I'm not taking it. If it's not in my hours, like I say, I trade 2 hours in London, 2 hours in US, I'm done. Okay, the rest of it, I'm mentoring, I'm in the community, getting people to that next level, working on other things. Like I say, 2 hours in each session, I'm done. If nothing sets up, nothing sets up. Simple as that. Okay. And that is what you call being a professional trader. You know, you want to act like a professional. Be like a professional. You know, you don't want to be doing dumb stuff like 95% of retail do. Yeah, look at Nas. Nas, no. Nice sinking. What if I get more A+ setups? It's irrelevant to me, mate. If I take 2 trades, 1 win, 1 break even, I'm done. I stop trading because you need to understand as well, okay? You know, if you take, let's say that this is trade 1. This is trade 1. This is trade 2, okay? Let's just say that you take these trades here, okay? Let's say that on trade 1, you get a win. Okay, so let's just say this is a win. Oh, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it in such a big highlight. Anyway, let's just say this is a win. Trade 1 is a win. Okay? Well, what happens after trade 1? Let's say you made $200. Okay? Trade 2 is a loss. You've just lost your $200, okay? What do you think you're going to do on these next 4 trades that are lined up within the day that could set up? Well, number 1, you're not going to be following the plan because you want to get that win back. Number 2, you've already made enough decisions for the day, so you're more tired. You're at the end of the day, you're more tired. You don't want to be taking the best possible trades. That's another reason. Number 3, you know, after taking 2 trades already to the plan, these next 4 are likely not to be high quality setups because you're rushing, you're FOMOing, and you want that win back. That's why I say 1 to 2 trades, because they're the most high quality trades that you will take. Stay patient, wait for them 2 trades, and don't blow your account on these 4. Wait for these 2 each day, okay? Super, super key. You only need 4 hours? Yeah, you don't even need 4 hours. You only need 1 to 2 hours a day to trade. Guys, you need to understand, when I was working full time, I traded like an hour in the morning, an hour at night, not in work. So obviously I work during the day, and I just set alerts at work. Sometimes I missed trades. So what? Sometimes I took them and they won and lost. Great. Okay. You don't need 8 hours of chart time a day. It's just not needed. You need 1 to 2 hours in your session that you can trade. Done. Mentorship? Yeah, the mentorship's there now. You can just, like I say, like Zulu's just put, you can put exclamation mark mentorship and you can click that link and get signed up if you want. I think it's quite cool, them bots that do that. I like it. I look at this as I'm already profitable because I stick to the plan and great technical. Yeah, that's 100% right, mate. That's literally it. Like, use me as that sort of, okay, I know this works if you stick to the plan. Joe trades live every day. Joe's got the plan all written down. He's got the trade breakdowns. He's got everything. Use that as the motivation to stick to the rules. Okay. I haven't got a hello exclamation mark yet, mate. Nice try. I've only got 4. I've got top 1. Top 1. Yeah, because I haven't added the command for hello yet. I've got top 1, so you can get your top 1 account there if you want one. I've got my Instagram. If you want to go and follow my Insta. There you go. Yeah, it's a renewal, mate, Majid. It's renewal, bro. Yeah, all of them, like I say, you've got monthly, you've got every 3 months or every 6 months. Yeah. Yeah, you have to like 3 years. Yeah, 100% as well, guys. Like, you need to understand that you're like fast tracking, sort of, because if you didn't have me to, you know, if you didn't have the strategy that I trade profitably, you know, it took me like years to get payouts, years to find the way. You know, if you just listen, well, not, you know, do exactly what I do. Don't just take my positions. It's not going to work because you don't see me trade for the full day. But you know, if you just watch the strategy, learn it, and educate yourself, you've got 3 years. Well, you've got 7 years of experience because I've been trading 7 years. So you've got like that sort of 3-year wait over. It was like youngsters have easy nowadays because they find someone. Yeah, like I say, it's not a bad thing though. You know, if you want something, you know, if you look at me and go, oh, I want to be full time, I want to travel, I want to do this and that. Well, I'd rather let him mentor me where I want to be. You know, if you want to travel trade, or if you want to, you know, be a full time trader, you know, you're not going to listen to like a car finance mentor, are you? Or you're not going to listen to like a drop shipper who mentors people on drop shipping. You're going to find a guy who trades full time, trades live, and travels. because that's the life that you want to live. It's as simple as that. Oh, come on, Goldie. Get below this level. I can take some impulse sells. 10 minutes. I'll see how this 10-minute closes, everyone. 10 minutes gets below, I'll stay on. If it stays within this range, that'll be it. So the 10-minute candle closure here would be nice. What else have I got? I've got top one, Instagram, community. Oh, I've got free Telegram as well. So it's just exclamation mark Telegram, like that. And it should come up with a free telly. If it does it, let's have a look. Or is that one froze now? Oh, there we go. Free telly, nice. Sweet. Joe, have you looked into... What's that, Anton? What you on about? See, if you're on about a trading concept, bro. No, I haven't. That's the guys, that is the problem with 90... Guys, you just need to understand as well. You need to understand who you're actually up against. Trading is, you know, trading's like a game of... It's player versus player, okay? And understand who you're up against. You're up against people who trade these different concepts and are changing strategies and different models every single week. Okay? Every single week. That's who you're up against. What happens with changing models, changing strategies every week? You don't get long-term consistency. They don't know what the... Seriously, guys. Understand who you're up against. Stick to one thing. Keep it simple. And that's all you really need. You know, people will say to you, have you looked at this? Have you looked at that? Yeah. You can say... One sec, guys. Some error message just come up here. You can say to them, okay, yeah, cool. Don't need it. Keeping it simple. I've got a proven strategy here, done. Don't need to look at it. You know, it's 95% of the time, it's not the model. Changing the model is going to do nothing. Jack. Okay? What you need to work on is yourself. You need to work on yourself. You know, and if you're up against people changing strategies every time, you're up against people who FOMO, revenge trade, take 20, 30 trades a day, change strategies because they take a loss. That's who you're up against. You just need to be better than that. If you're better than that, well, you're putting yourself in the best position to actually make long-term gains in trading. Like I say, it's not guaranteed. But you're putting yourself in the best position possible. Way ahead of these other people. Way ahead. And for such a long time, I was that guy. Changing strategies. You know, adding concepts that are not needed. Overcomplicating it. FOMOing in. Revenge trading. When you just take a step back and stop all that. Like I say, you up your chances. Okay? Guys, I'm close to 4 months in Joe's mentorship. I am finally seeing great consistency. Last 4 weeks. Month of July, I currently have 14 wins and 2 losses. Legend. And I am still learning and improving daily. Sahan. Legend, man. Great work, bro. That's the thing, mate. You're working, you're journaling. You're working, you're journaling, you're reviewing, you're sticking to the concepts. That's it, man. Like I already mentioned, you're putting yourself in the best place to succeed, you know? Great stuff. 14 wins. Insane. I change my strategy constantly. I know you do, man. You've always got new concepts in the chat. Why are you on Reddit? Like, come on, guys. It doesn't... I can put 40k on a balance and say that I made it. Come on. Absolutely crazy. People put like, you know, people can change 40k on their up here, edited in. Come on, use your head a bit. Stop looking at other people as well. You're changing strategies. Like these people, number one, you don't know if it's real, and number two, you don't know if it's just complete luck one-off, not long-term profitability. Like I say, player versus player. Player versus player. You know, like even now, people are buying and selling gold at this point when there's no sense of direction. It's ranging after the breakout. What do most do? Most are trying to long and short gold here without any direction. What do? I wait. Waiting for that break below for themselves. Or waiting for a break back above for buys. Letting the market tell me. Like, come on, get off forums, guys. Get off these forums. They're not going to help you. It's just a flex. Just a flex. They're just flexing. You know, they'll show you these profits, but they won't show you anything else. You know, they won't show it in the bank. They won't show a profitable system. They won't live trade it. They'll just show like more likely than not an edited 50 grand profit. Okay, here we go. I'm watching this 15 closure here for some sells potentially. Okay. And guys, I'm not saying that everybody's faking them, but I think a lot of them will be, especially if they're putting it on Reddit. I mean, Reddit's not the best for yeah, closure there's nice. Top one, yeah, top one's there. Nice. I'm going to add some more commands this week. I'll add some more commands this week. Can have some fun with it. Yeah, I'm liking this closure. Liking this closure. 15 ticks into first management. Like I say, I'll see how this 15 closes. See how this 15 closes. If it closes with an entry, I'll take it. If not, that'll be me done for the session. Like I said, I've almost been on here for 2 hours now. Love Reddit. Reddit's probably one of the things that your downfalls, mate. If you're one of them who just is getting too attached to how people are doing on Reddit, well, that's probably your downfall, stopping you from becoming profitable. Alright? Probably one of your triggers to doing dumb stuff. Yeah, more commands. Let's do it. What do you want? What do you want commands for, guys? I've done the main ones. I've done the main ones. Legend. Legend. Good work. Cash. Cash taking the cash. $300 up for the week. Yeah, 2 minutes here. I'm going to look for some sells. Should we take sells now? I don't know. Like I say, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what to take. I'll just show you what I take. But it's not for you to enter. Like I put, it's just all educational. Alright. You'll see if I enter a position. I'll take it on here. This could be nice for me to take some sells though. Some clear range down into here too. Here they come. Possibly, yeah. Some decent lows. Like, I would imagine any sort of retail traders going long up here as it's rejecting, putting the stops down here, looking for this play higher, are in drawdown. So I'm going to see if I can take out them lows, but I need that closure. I need that closure below. Okay. Boring. Boring Goldie. What's NASDAQ saying? Let's have a look at NASDAQ. Yeah, it's just grim price action here. A little bit of volume as well on NASDAQ there on the open. Created some support at that prior resistance. Support and resistance here. Yeah, I was looking for the sells too. It's just gold being gold in this tight range after the breakout. We had a clean breakout here pre-US. Am I into real estate? No, I'm not, mate. It's not my thing. I'm just like trading investor. See, this is gonna come and smash these laws now. Just not my trade, unfortunately. Oh. Any of the members caught any more sells? Insane work though. It's good, great to see him executing the plan. Great to see him executing the plan. Wins. $300 there. Beautiful. On fire. Yeah, hourly's looking good. 30's looking good. Bearish, should I say. 5 minute is just sideways, which is annoying because I wanted the 15 short. Just didn't close below, unfortunately. Like I already mentioned, what are retail doing here? Retail are going long, stops below there. Look at them. They're in drawdown now. Like I mentioned an hour ago, where are retail traders stops? Why am I trading into them? That's all you need to know. Same didn't catch any today, yes. Grim. Full port sells. It's what it is. It's just, end of the day, it's just not my trade. I wanted it, just not my trade. Not my price action, not my position. Somebody else's trade. But, like I say, somebody else's trade is also long like this. And they've been stopped out. I've not taken any positions here. To be fair, I wanted to be a seller here. But it just didn't give me an entry. Just patience, Look at... Guys, what does patience do? Patience equals long-term... Well, a better chance of long-term profitability. You know, look at the balance. It's not in profit for no reason. It's in profit for it's in profit because it's patience, okay? If you don't know where the liquidity is, you'll be the liquidity. 100%. 100%. A lot of people don't understand where liquidity is sitting, and they become liquidity. You know, they'll be longing, like I've mentioned here, stops below, and they'll be getting taken out of this position now. They'll be like, why is it taking me out? It's taking you out because you didn't understand where the liquidity were. If you don't understand where the liquidity is, you are the liquidity, okay? Protecting capital, 100%. But yeah, that's me going to be done now. I'm going to be done. But on that one, yeah, I'm done here. I'm just going to let gold and NASDAQ do the thing. Print some more candles. There's nothing to do here until we create some support. Get back above this level, I can look for some longs. But yeah, there's nothing here for me now. Just gonna let... I need a few candles to form on gold, so probably like another 30 minutes until I can do something. But patience will pay today. It's only Monday. Big week ahead. So I'm happy with just staying patient today. There's been some great entries. Members have crushed it by the looks of it. I'm gonna go and trade and talk in the chats now in the mentorship. Okay, guys. So I'll be live tomorrow. Guys. Same time. So drop a subscribe. Put the notification on. Okay, put the notification on, and tune in tomorrow. Same time. Another 2-hour stream tomorrow. Okay, so I'll see you there. See you there, everyone. It's been a pleasure as always. Trade safe. Discord members, I'll see you in the Discord now. And that's me. Peace.